Good day, students. It's me, Sir Jeff. And today, we will discuss the importance of planting and propagating trees and fruit-bearing trees, and marketing seedlings. Planting and propagating trees and fruit-bearing trees is one of making food available to everyone regardless of one's social or economic status. A backyard lot is enough to plant and cultivate fruit trees. Aside from being economical, planting fruit trees can also be recreational for every family member to get occupied with during their free time at home. Reproduction and propagation of non-bearing and fruit-bearing trees have many benefits and importance. Nowadays, people engage in propagating plants as additional source of income. Non-bearing trees, they do not bear fruit. They are usually used as materials other than food consumption, such as crafting of furniture and other materials. Examples of non-bearing trees that can be planted in both rural and urban areas are the following. Fruit-bearing trees bears fruit that is consumed or used by humans and some animals. These are some examples of common fruit-bearing trees. Benefits of planting non-bearing and fruit-bearing trees to families, communities, and environment. 1. Trees are important sources of food and medicine. 2. Trees provide shade and keep the environment cool, fresh and beautiful. 3. They release oxygen that every individual needs to breathe. 4. They also absorb carbon dioxide, thus cleaning the air of this toxic material and completing the carbon cycle. 5. Trees filter the heat of the sun and lessen the noise pollution, acting as barriers to the sound around us. 6. They can help control flood and soil erosion that can cause human fatalities. 7. Wood used as fuel for cooking and heating. 8. Trees construction materials which include lumber, plywood and board. 9. Trees chemical products such as resin, rubber and turpentine. Types of plant propagation. Plant propagation is the process of reproducing or creating a new plant or seedling. There are two types of plant propagation, sexual and asexual propagation. Sexual propagation is reproducing of plants from seeds. The other one is asexual propagation that uses growing plant parts other than seeds. Sexual propagation uses seeds to produce new plants. Sexual propagation is relatively easy and often requires no special equipment. It is nature's way to obtain many plants economically. Asexual plant propagation uses vegetative parts of the plant to make a clone, or an exact genetic copy, of the parent plant. This can have several advantages, including the ability to replicate genetically the parent plant. In most cases, it allows for plants to be grown to a size suitable for transplanting in less time than from seed. Gardeners use several general methods to propagate plants asexually. These include taking cuttings, layering, division, grafting, budding and developing new plants from tissue cultures in a lab. Cuttings. Parts of plants removed from a parent plant and rooted to form new plants are called cuttings. Cuttings can be classified according to the nature of the cutting material removed: herbaceous, softwood, semi-hardwood or hardwood, or the part of the plant removed to form the cutting. Simple layering. Simple layering is the easiest for the homeowner and may be performed whenever a plant has a branch low enough to be pulled down to the ground. Bury the branch several inches deep in the soil, making sure the shoot tip protrudes from the soil. Air layering or marketing. Air layering or marketing, a popular method of propagating house plants, involves establishing a root system on the plant's stem above the ground. The air layer may be made at any point on a stem of proper maturity. On many plants, a good location is about 12 inches from the tip. Grafting. Grafting is the act of joining two plants, or their parts, together. The lower part of the graft is known as the understock, or stalk, which becomes the root system or part of the trunk. The upper part of the graft is known as the scion and becomes the top of the plant. To make a successful graft, the cambium of the scion must line up as closely as possible with the cambium of the stalk and make good, sustained contact. This union must be kept from drying out until the graft takes. Budding. Budding is a method of grafting in which the scion is a single bud rather than a piece of stem or twig. Many of the same conditions and materials used for other forms of grafting also apply to budding. It is most frequently used to multiply a variety that cannot be produced from seed. It may also be used for top working trees that cannot be easily grafted with cleft or whip grafts. Importance of propagation. Plant propagation is important because it multiplies the different plants in large number. It protects the plant species which are endangered. It improves the characteristics and quality of the plants. It produces quality and healthy plants on commercial base. Characteristics of marketable seedlings. The stem is strong, thick and healthy. It has 5 or more leaves. It has established healthy roots and it can stand still. That's all for today. Thank you and see you in the next video lesson. Keep safe always. God bless.